Yes, thank you so much for coming to this drawing workshop with the creator of The Little Trashmaid. There's really no set structure to this. It's just, I guess, an opportunity for other creators to see how The Little Trashmaid, I guess, is created.
Awesome. Welcome everyone. Hello, welcome to this live drawing session on Webtoon Canvas Creator Summit. I'm Steph, better known as SOS2 on social media and on Webtoon Canvas. As said, I'm the creator of The Little Trashmaid. It's a comedy comic about a little modern mermaid who has to live between all the trash in the ocean while being very naive and oblivious about it. I want to let you guys know I'm from Germany, so English is not my first language. So there might be some errors or odd sayings on my side, or I don't know a word and then I have to describe it. I hope you guys can still follow me and understand what I'm saying. I'm working on an HP laptop with a Wacom Intus One. It's a very small, cheap tablet. I think it was $70, but it works perfectly fine. And I'm drawing in Animate.cc. I only use Animate.cc for my comics. I usually draw every other drawing in Clip Studio Paint. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna draw this in Animate.cc. Something unusual about my comic is that it doesn't have any dialogue. So I have to tell the whole story with only the pictures. And today I want to show you an example of how I draw a panel and what things I have to pay attention to. And yeah, what I thought about is having Tidy the Trashmaid holding a cigarette butt and basically saying this is delicious without actually saying the words this is delicious. So I have to think about a pose that conveys the same message as the words. The pose I came up with, or the pose I thought of drawing, is the chef's kiss. Like, mwah. I think we all know the chef's kiss. Basically, when we find something very delicious, we just do, mwah, oh, so good. So I'm gonna have Tidy hold a cigarette butt in one hand and doing the chef's kiss with the other hand. There's a question. Is there a reason you prefer this software for the comics? It's basically the software I started using when I first learned how to do digital painting. Like, it's basically the program that stuck with me for the longest time. So I draw really quickly in it and really fast. And yeah, I'm trying to draw the comics as fast as possible. I know it always takes 2 weeks, but there's a reason for that. This is the most familiar program for me, and I just like it. It's simple. It can't do any fancy stuff, but it's enough for me. So yeah, the first thing you want to do when you want to draw a pose is look for a reference. You can just Google it. I just Googled chef's kiss now, and then I had this picture, and I use it as a reference. Or you can look into a mirror that is next to you and you do the chef's kiss in the mirror and then use that as a reference. Or something that I usually do if there's a very complicated pose and I don't know how to look for it on the internet, I'm just gonna record myself doing that pose and then use that as a reference. What I start with is a very simple, rough sketch. It's usually not more than just a stick figure. This is really what I'm starting with, but you can already put a lot of information in this stick figure. Like, you can think about what you're gonna do with both hands. The hands are very helpful when you want to express something or tell something. Usually you can use both hands of the characters to convey the message you want to tell. Then you can have the body pose. It also tells a lot about the message already, like she's puffing out her chest. She's very confident that cigarette butts taste delicious and are absolutely not bad for your health. The head, the turn of the head, you can already show that in the stick figure or the direction where the eyes are looking. So this is basically my first sketch, nothing more, nothing less. If I'm happy with it, I start on the more detailed sketch. I make a new layer and I start drawing over it. Yeah, it can still be a little rough, but you start adding the details that are usual for your character. Like the details that define your character. And it doesn't have to look perfect or anything. It just does have to convey the message and tell the story. Don't let perfection stop you from drawing. Like if you want to start a comic, but you feel like you're not good enough at art now, don't let that stop you. Just start your comic. Just have fun with it. We gotta give her the smug look because she's like super confident. I think what kind of tablet do you use? I use Wacom Intus 1S. It's a very small, cheap tablet, but it works great. I don't really have a favorite brush. I'm just using this random brush on Animate CC. I just take what I get. And I think I drew like 20 different comics before The Little Trashmaid. And I only had like 2 viewers for it. One was my brother and one was myself. All right. And yeah, hands are extremely hard to draw. God damn it. It's okay, it's still a sketch. It doesn't have to look perfect. And if you want to tell a serious message with your comic, like I try to do with The Little Trashmaid, it's about environmental issues and the trash in the ocean. Try not to be too much in your face with it. Try to be subtle about it. Remember that your audience is smart. They can read between the lines, so don't just tell them what's happening. Make them think, and that way they remember the message better. Was The Little Trashmaid your first Webtoon comic? No, I actually had another Webtoon comic, I think in 2014. It's called The Mighty Three. It's also a comedy comic about supernatural people. I had a lot of fun with it, but it's a little bit chaotic. Maybe I'll pick it up again sometime. When you're drawing, remember to flip the canvas sometimes. It really helps to spot some errors. Or zoom out also helps to spot errors. What I love about the digital painting is you can just scale. You can scale everything. If you don't, you just can't do that on traditional. And I always miss that when I'm drawing traditional. me see the questions. Did you originally want to be an animator? Not really, to be honest. I love animating and I think it's great, but it's too much work and I never learned it professionally. I just try to learn it all myself by trial and error. And it's fun to animate here and there, but I think the time is not worth the effort a lot of times. So I rather stick with comics. I would love to have my comic series, The Little Trashmaid, animated one day, but I wouldn't be able to do it myself. All right, so I got the detailed sketch done. Now it's time for the line art. I make a new layer for that, and I have a file that has all the colors I need for Tidy ready. And I actually have two different colors for the line art. One that is green, which I use when she's underwater, and the blue one is the one I use when she's above water. She's underwater here, so I use the green one. And remember to save. All right. So when you're doing the line art, you don't really have to trace the sketch. You can just use it as a guide. I hope you guys can understand me, even though I might have an accent. What's also important is, does the program come with a subpanel so you can easily color pick? I think it does. I don't really use that. I just have a second file open with all the colors I need. Yeah, but I think you can also save the color palettes you need. Okay, awesome. What's also important is to have someone who can give you feedback on your comic. Like every time I finish a comic, I show it to my friend Jacob. He's also in the chat, Jacob House. Say hi, Jacob. And he's someone who's very polite, but can also give me honest feedback if there's something missing on a panel, or if I'm missing the logo on Tidy's shirt, or if the joke is not funny enough, or if the story is hard to understand. I have Jacob who can give me honest feedback, and it's really, if you have someone who can do that, you are blessed. I hope everyone has a Jacob in their life. Yeah, the Jacob. As I said, I started on Webtoon with a different comic. I didn't really expect any feedback on it. I just uploaded because I wanted to, but I got some feedback and I was really happy about it. And while I was working on that other comic, Mermaid happened, and I started drawing Tidy and started uploading it on Webtoon. And I noticed pretty early that friends really enjoyed this silly goof. And I kept on having ideas for her, so I just kept on drawing the comic to her, and everything kind of happened automatically. I'm really glad so many people are interested in her. There are also a lot of things that changed over the time. I didn't have a huge plan for the comic. I just kept on drawing random ideas. I didn't even want to make wanted to make Ricky one of the main characters. He was just supposed to be there for like 2 or 3 episodes. But I noticed that he actually is a good addition for the comic. So, and I kept having ideas for him, so I just kept him in the comic. And basically, same with Spencer. He was supposed to be there for like 1 episode, and I was worried that people might find him boring. But he goes well with Thais and Ricky's character, so I kept him in there too. Make a Discord server called Jacob. That's great. Do you have any other comics you're thinking of drawing in the future? Yeah, I have 2 comics planned that I really, really would love to draw. I just need to find the time. One is a horror comic because I really love horror stuff. And the other one is probably gonna be a comedy and slice of life too. And it will probably be about my pet pigeon because she's very fun and she gives me so many ideas for comics. And yeah, I hope I can draw her comic and tell her story one day. Yeah, I actually have a few horror drawings. I just don't put them online. I'm still learning. I'm a huge fan of horror though. How many minutes do I have left? Oops, I should probably hurry a little bit to get this done. Usually I work a week on a comic. It's not really that the drawing takes so long. It's mostly the coming up with the joke, having it like yeah, funny enough, and brainstorming about how I tell the story without words and just art. That's always the hardest part about it. Like you have to think about every single panel carefully to make sure the message is clear and the joke is told without any words. That's always hard. And then I draw in like 3 days or something. Will you still keep your current art style for the horror style, or will you change it? I'm changing it. I don't think this style would fit a horror comic. Well, maybe, but yeah, I want to have it a little bit more serious, and I'm practicing a lot. Yeah, and it's gonna be a different size. Probably gonna be in black and white too. I think that always fits too. Fits the horror. Having the Jacob seal of approval. Yeah, that's the best of the best. Okay, I'm done with the line art. Now time for coloring. Coloring is usually what. Okay, I have 5 minutes left. I can color this in 5 minutes. Watch me color this in 5 minutes. I'm just gonna pick the colors, and the good thing about Animator is that it's a vector program, so there's no big issue when you fill out the blank spaces. You can easily do that. Speed coloring. So yeah, when you want to have a certain expression on a character, think about it. Think about a natural behavior of humans. Like, what do they do if they find something delicious? They probably rub their belly and lick their lips, or they do the chest kiss. And yeah, put that into your comic. Have them act natural. Okay. Of course, I'm the super lazy person. I just have I have the logo here, and I always just transform it. because I don't want to bother with redrawing it all the time. We artists have to be allowed to cheat sometimes. Work smarter, not harder. That's exactly the point. Yep. Okay, I missed the spot. Okay, just a quick background. I think I have about 3 minutes left or something. I can do this. All right, there you go. Oh, the cigarette, of course. She loves her cigarette butts. Which is actually pretty horrifying. All right, done.
Wow, that was incredibly fast.
I tried my best.
Oh my gosh, it was really cool though, seeing you like put down all the colors in like lightning speed. That was really inspiring. Because when I color, it takes me so long.
Well, that's the good thing about vector programs. You can just throw in the colors and without a care in the world. I can't believe Kumi actually did a Discord channel. Join the Jacob. Oh my god. Well, this was fun.
Thank you so much for showing us how you basically create the little Trashmaid. It's really nice seeing the fluidity of your artwork.
Thank you for having me. It was super fun. I'm so glad you guys joined. I'm so happy that I got to talk to you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was fun.